Hey everyone, this is Ken, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on an angle entrance door. Now what's great about this, guys, we really don't see a lot of tutorials on this, but I wanted to create a door that could be open at an angle. Now another cool feature is the fact that this door is super discreet and it acts great as a hidden entrance. Now check it out, let me show you how this works. Now once you place your redstone dust at a certain location right there, the doors will open immediately. Now this is a 2 wide by 3 block height entrance. And the cool thing is, once you go through, when you hit that pressure plate, it also closes just as fast. Now another great feature that comes with this is the fact that the second you leave, it opens and closes immediately. So nobody else can know how to get back in. The only time you ever expose that entrance is when you're going inside, which is a great automatic feature to have because you really want to make this as discreet as possible. Now another thing is, the redstone behind this is super simple, guys. It's very compact, doesn't require a lot of resources, and we're really utilizing this whole slime block, especially with all the cool features it offers. I mean, it really offers a ton of compact features to really enhance doors and so forth. Now that's the activation switch, and on the side there is actually where the butt switch itself is at. And all of this is about 1 block wide each, which is fantastic, guys. These are the basic materials you're going to need. You will be needing a block of your choice, some slime blocks, a few sticky pistons, some levers. You will need a furnace or one unmovable block. You will need a block that's pretty much unmovable. I use furnaces because they're very easy to make. Redstone dust, repeaters, redstone torches, and your option of either a button or pressure plate, which is your choice. So at this point, guys, make sure you pause the video and you read the directions here. This is very important before you set this layout up. Because the door is at an angle, it gets a little tricky, but trust me, guys, we're going to go through this and it's going to be very simple to make. Now to further explain all of this, the blue block that's right there represents the point of entrance. That's right in the center where both doors open. Now the green, of course, represents the slime blocks that are going to be placed there. And the gray itself represents the wall. So it's a nice little layout to have so you don't lose track on where things are at. Now at this point, guys, you're going to place about 4 blocks right there and another row right across. And right over here where that green block is at, you're going to do the same exact thing, but at the opposite side. So you should have this kind of layout. Now we're going to be using furnaces, but like I said, guys, you can use any unmovable block, and you're going to place 2 furnaces just like so, and 1 more in the front in that format. See? So place a furnace right there and 1 in the front and 1 more in the back. Then you're going to go place a sticky piston right there on the last furnace and 1 right there as well. Awesome, guys. Then you're going to place 3 blocks right there, 1 on the side, and delete the 1 right there in the middle. And of course repeat this on the other end. Then you're going to place a redstone torch right there, and you're going to place a sticky piston right there in front of that block. And repeat the same thing on the opposite end. So add a redstone torch there, and a sticky piston right there. Then you're going to place your redstone dust right there, and do the same thing on the other end. Now we're going to delete these blocks because we really don't need them at the moment. So let's pretty much empty this out. You're going to place a block right there and a redstone torch underneath it, activating the actual pistons. Now over here it gets a little different. You're going to place a block right there on the side, delete these blocks, delete that one as well, and 2 on the side as well. And you're going to add a redstone torch right underneath, of course activating the pistons as well. Fantastic. Now at this point, guys, you're going to delete these blocks And of course, well, you're going to place some regular blocks there, because that's going to be the line where you're going to put the redstone dust to activate both of them. Let me show you what I mean by that. We're going to add a straight line of redstone dust towards that block and this block. And that's how we're going to pretty much activate both of them at perfect sequence. But don't worry guys, we'll get into that later. You can place a block there with a repeater going in front of it, and a block right on top of it. And you're going to add 3 blocks just like so in this angle. That's what's going to be lined up with the entrance, and that's going to be where the pressure plate is going to be at. Now, once you've done that guys, you're going to add a repeater right there. 2 pieces of redstone dust in the back, 1, 2. And we're going to go right under here. We're going to delete that block and place a redstone torch. Then you'll place a piston right there with a block in front of it. Fantastic guys. Now at this point guys, you're going to add some blocks right there in that format. Make sure it's 1 block away right there. And 2 pieces of redstone dust on top of it. Now we're going to be creating the bud switch to activate the system. So knowing that block will be the wall, we're going to go 1 block forward and place a piston right on the top of that block. See? And that will be the ground level right there, you see? Then you'll place a block at an angle just like so, because that's going to be the wall. And that's very important guys, because you're going to place a lever right behind it, a block parallel to that piston, and a block on top of that redstone dust. You want to create this format. Then you're going to place a repeater going forward. Now to pretty much explain what's happening is, that lever needs to be on, because once you place the redstone dust there, it's going to activate that repeater, turning on that block, activating that redstone dust underneath, and in return it's going to activate that piston, see? Creating a very quick pulse. Causing that block to just pretty much push the block forward and then retract it back, because you want that to be a steady, solid signal. Now we're going to place some blocks at an angle, and we're going to follow the same exact format underneath. See? Now we're creating the wall frame, just like we did on the bottom. Fantastic guys, you're doing good. Now at this point, you want to create the platform and pretty much fill up any gaps you feel that are unnecessary. Then you can extend these blocks about another 3 more blocks height, so you should have a 4 block wall height in total, which is perfect. Now at this point guys, I want you to add some blocks right on the side as well if you want to, just to really even this out just a bit more. Fantastic, so you should have this kind of look at this point. Now what you want to do is you want to add the redstone dust right over here to activate it, because you want the pistons to retract. Now right over here, right in front of that first furnace, you're going to add 3 slime blocks on both sides. Perfect. Now at this point guys, we're going to hit that button to extend, and then once we put it back, it's going to retract the pistons and open smoothly. Now at this point guys, you want to fill up this gap, you want to fill up any little gaps that might really expose the wall or the actual redstone itself, because you want to make this look as flush as possible. Now bear in mind guys, right over here, parallel with these furnaces, you're going to have to put 3 furnaces on top as well, because you don't want to do anything to interfere with that slime block. So anything that pretty much touches that slime block has to be an unmovable block, so that it can only move the blocks that you want it to move. And you're going to also place some slime blocks on the side as well. And you're pretty much going to cover that, because that's pretty much going to be part of the wall. Now we're going to place some blocks right over here. And as you can see guys, that redstone dust right here, that's right underneath this block right there, it's pretty much parallel to the entrance, you see? Now like I said guys, you can either place a pressure plate or you could put a button, whatever you feel comfortable using. Now before you do that guys, to really activate that, just make sure you place a block in front of that repeater right there. See, you got to make sure that block is right there so that it can activate the actual system. So when you touch the pressure plate, it closes the doors immediately. Now the cool thing about this, that pressure plate will not create a quick pulse. So once it turns on, it's going to retract. And once it goes off again, it's going to close smoothly, creating the whole flow so that you can enter in and out with no problem. Now at this point, guys, I want you to decorate it and pretty much hook it up to your style. And as you can see, guys, it opens and closes just as smooth. Once you place that redstone dust there, it's going to open and you're pretty much good to go. Now, like I said, guys, this system is very compact and I want you to fill in any of the excess gaps that we created. Okay, the reason I did it like this is so that it can be very easy for you to set up, instead of having all these angles and certain holes open. Once you're done, guys, the system is good to go. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you could please leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you.